These flash modifiers are pretty much useless to us as photographers. They work in very limited situations, and I'm going to explain to you why. G'day. I've put together this short video just to clear up a bit of misunderstanding about lighting in photography, about flash lighting in photography. I see a lot of photographers out there, even professional photographers, shooting weddings in the park or shooting family portraits outdoors with one of these little Stoffen attachments on the front of their flash. Now, I don't know why they're doing it. They've probably been told, or some YouTubers told them to do it, but this is doing absolutely nothing for their lighting. People think this softens the light. It doesn't soften the light at all, and I'll explain to you why. Soft light, as we know, comes from a large light source. So a softbox, an umbrella, bounced light off a wall, overcast sky, all of those situations will give you nice soft light. And the principle is, the larger the light source, the softer the light's going to be. This doesn't make this flash any larger. It doesn't make the light source any larger. This is going to give exactly the same quality of light as it would if I took it off, okay? The only thing this is doing when I'm using it outside is reducing the power of my flash. Because this is opalized plastic, when the flash fires, it hits this front surface and is bounced out around the outside of this little plastic device, which means a lot of my flash is wasted. It's going out to the sides where it doesn't hit my subject. Some of it goes up, some goes down, some goes to the side. This opalized plastic on the front will reduce the power of my flash as well. So I'm getting probably a quarter of the power from my flash when I use this on it outdoors. It doesn't do anything. It actually makes things harder for me by reducing the power of my flash that I can get out of it. So when you're outdoors, ditch this. It's not going to make any difference to your results. Now this is another similar device. This one is a little bit larger, so it will soften the light a very small amount. This is probably about maybe 5 times bigger than my flash, so it will soften the light 5 times. Not nearly as much as a simple umbrella would. An umbrella will probably soften it 40 times because it's 40 times the area of this little device. What this does is this amount of light is going forward onto my subject. So if I'm standing maybe 3 or 4 meters away, it's not going to be much different to just using my bare flash. It's going to be slightly softer, but not much. But what it also does is it pushes all that light out all around and reduces the power of my flash as well. Diffusers don't soften the light. Diffusers spread the light out wider, which if we're in an outdoor situation, just doesn't do anything. It doesn't help us to light the grass under your feet. It doesn't help you to light the sky because this just doesn't soften the light at all. If I had it this close to my face, you might think that that was a soft light, but it's really impractical to do that sort of thing. Now, when you're indoors, this can change a little bit. In my studio, it doesn't, because I don't have white walls and a white ceiling in my studio, so these things are just as useless in my studio as they are outdoors. The only way that these things are going to work well for you and soften the light is if you work in a white room. If you work in a room that's got white walls, a white ceiling, light-coloured floor, this light that's bouncing out from around here is going to bounce off all of those surfaces and give you a bit of a softer light on your subject, okay? The light that's reflecting off those surfaces is relatively dull compared to the light that's coming forward, so it's not going to be nearly as good as using a softbox or an umbrella, but it will give you a little bit of a softer light, okay? You can get lots of these devices. They cost a lot of money. A simple umbrella that you can buy for $10 is going to do a much better job of softening the light, okay? So think about it if you go out and spend a lot of money on these sort of things. I'm going to make a more involved video in the future that's going to explain that a little bit more fully, but it's just not going to soften the light for you.